with us in studio as we talk about the boys, the young men. And so far they've had 7 camps this year. And still going. There's one more starting this Friday, and they are week-long camps. Yes, and discuss most of these issues. But just before that, it's the Christmas season, and we get to give away wonderful things. We get to serve. We get to be a blessing to those in need. So we'd like to do that as Pi FM. Would like you to partner with us as we be a blessing to the vulnerable, or to those that need the help in KCCA health centers. That is Chisugu, Komamboga, and Chitebi. Yes, and so we will be taking everything from buckets, mattresses, baby clothes, wipes, diapers, toothpaste, whatever you can give the blessing. You can also give non-perishable food like rice, salt, sugar, bars of soap, any. And we are collecting all of that. Unfortunately, we can't go with everybody. We will have a small number represent us, but you can be as part of that number when you send your contribution
on 0753104104 for Airtel, or 0776106104 for MTN.
That's right. So be a blessing. Give. When it comes to Christmas, we give. Christmas is about giving, and it's about blessing others.
Definitely. And this morning, as Eki said, we do have Mr. Jonathan here from the Boys Mentorship Program, a certified NGO, who deal actually in mentoring boys really to be better men. And I think one of the problems we are having right now is boys trying to figure out their masculinity. What does that entail? Are you dominating, as society, African culture suggests, should be dominance and total dominance? But how do you deal with the other gender, like the females in your life, or even the fellow men in your life? Anyway, so you do mentor boys, but usually we've heard of capping. Do you only take the bad fruit, or do you actually even take the boys that are already doing well? Is there something you add to the ones who are already well behaved?
Yes, you see, like I mentioned before, the Boys Mentorship Program is a program. So in the program, we've got a couple of programs. You've got public speaking, you've got adolescent camps, you've got the Boys Business Club, you've got the Senior Boys Retreat. So you try to package for each lot. Oftentimes when you mix, different age groups have got different challenges of their own. Adolescents have got challenges of their own. Pre-adolescents have got challenges on their own, and senior boys have got challenges on their own. So what do you try to do? You try to package for each, so that you achieve. That way you can achieve your objectives easily. So no, it's not only for bad boys. Campings. Yes, actually, nowadays we actually welcome Okay, as always, we've always welcomed the good ones. To identify your talent and be able to give you a platforms where you can you can explore it from. Okay, what's with badly behaved?
But I should say that it's not a correction, or like you say, it's not like a prison or facility. No. It's one that just is there to empower and train and equip.
Yes, but of course we've got what we call the School of Discipline.
Special cases.
Yeah, we've got.
They are terrible boys, because I think give us an example of one of the one case where
it was bad.
Yeah, 2019, before all these lockdowns, we had a boy in Mukono. Now this boy would go and steal bicycles from. Do you know what it means to lift a bicycle off like a bicycle store? I know that you've used that Sunday route as you're going to Mukono. There's
Kira,
that
Sunday,
after Kira Sunday. So there's a bicycle shop as you approach that junction. So the boy was about to be burnt by
goodness.
Yes, was about to get burnt by the locals around. Yeah. So when they brought him to us, I was like, what? Like, how did? And we kept him for some time. I think 9 at a time.
9?
Yeah,
That's
9, 10.
Is that a bicycle taller than him?
Yeah, but actually, we all failed to figure out why. But until we did the background check here, so they would do it with their friends and trick the guy who was keeping the shop. So one confuses the other, and then for him he goes and takes bikes away. Yeah, but it was so unfortunate. But now the boy is really good to go. So we've had those couple of cases. There are those okay, there is theft. There is.
I've had those who want to beat up their parents.
Yes, those who want to beat
Threatening.
up. Yeah, those ones are also there. Big boys. They feel they cannot bow
Feeling,
down.
now I'm old enough.
Then we had the case of 12 and 13-year-olds. Their dad had just passed, and then they're trying. A 13-year-old is trying to take over the dad's farm. Like, can board a taxi from here to change your job to start giving command on a farm. Like, how when the mom is still alive? And visitors come home to pay tribute to the loss of the dad, and he chases people. Can you imagine?
13.
Yes, 13 years chasing visitors who have come visit the mom. And
Is it a case of monkey see monkey do?
so the mom goes crazy, and one of the aunties
Doesn't go crazy, but she gets that word is the dangerous word.
She becomes
The mom,
Yeah.
yes, she becomes unhappy.
Yes, becomes unhappy. But we thank God that He has enabled us to make these boys turn around their behavior.
Okay.
So yeah, we do that too.
Oh.
Please bring them.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm still trying to paint a picture. Of
9 years.
9
still
is
on a
even
bike.
9 that one have enough questions. The bikes are taller than him, so, and giving commands and everything like that. Very interesting. We do have some feedback here. Somebody's asking, morning brethren, can I please have the contacts of the guest on Wednesday morning? Sir, which time
This
capsule
one,
is this
this
that you're
one.
traveling through?
This Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday
Who
morning.
has a program on boy children? So I think, Jonathan, can you just share, if people would like to get in touch with the mentorship program,
Yeah.
Maybe they have some bad fruit or they have some good,
Good
fruit
fruit,
they want
yes.
to make better.
Yes.
How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can just give me a call on 0784 865 623. Can I say it again?
Yes.
0784 865 623. Can call or WhatsApp that number.
Okay.
Jonathan, yes.
And I believe there's something happening this December.
Yes, this December we are recharging, we are reforming, and we are rebuilding. That's our theme this year. It's a boot camp. It's militaristic in nature. We are leaving Friday. Eki, aren't you joining us? to mentor?
Reference, it's what?
Military
It's the
style.
boot camp.
Camp.
Resilience.
So building resilience.
Yes, building
definitely.
resilience.
I like it. Because when you talk about militarism, you think of Chankwanzi and
Yeah, we should go there. We should go there sometime.
Yes, you should push.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that's the program we're going for. It happens once a year,
Yeah.
because there is a lot that involves, and it's actually the longest of our programs.
And the age group is
7 to 17 years.
Okay.
7 to 17 years.
How much does this cost if someone wanted to?
have their boy go through the program. This particular camp that's coming up.
Yeah, we really avoid sharing costs out there because we've got
Good.
some issues are sensitive, so
Yeah.
we do not air out. So the
Surprises.
person who is interested, just
Get in
call that
touch.
number. Yeah, get in touch. So some people just want to find out costs and
And then,
later that. So if you really are interested and you feel your boy needs this, and of course everybody needs this, but we cannot have every boy in Uganda. But our goal is to reach boys in and outside Africa. So for example, we've got a Brazilian this time. Actually.
Wow!
Yeah, we've got a Brazilian, and we are trying to make a menu for him. He doesn't eat matoke.
Gonja,
So,
what,
yes,
eh?
gonja what,
You will be
wakalo.
okay. But they have bananas that side. So, but it's I think it's a good one. I'm having a chat here with Godfrey himself, Mr. Godfrey Kutesa,
Yes.
and he sends greetings to you all and also whoever is listening in, and we will have him also in studio.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll also just ask him a few questions. But
Great.
what is your message for the boys as we end this?
Definitely.
My message to the boys out there is to look at yourself as the solution and not the problem. Oftentimes the society has looked at us as problems, but we really want to turn that around and know that boys can live in a world and, you know, be people who the world will look up to and say, you know, we have a generation of true men. That's our vision, to raise a generation of true men who are socially, you know, psychologically.
Because your pillars are God, culture, and?
Yes. Oh, I forgot. God, culture, and psychology.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yes. So culture, the African culture. We really respect our African culture, to raise boys in that. Psychology, of course, psychology and research goes with research. The information that we get from, you know, the boys that are being signed up helps us do our work and know the needs that are out there, you know, the feedback that is being given. And of course, the epitome of it all is God himself.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for your time, and we are glad to have you here.
Thank you too. Glad to meet Eki. You know, I actually started listening to Eki, I think in my, I think it was S4 VAC.
Hey, Jonathan, don't give away everything.
It's Kickstart. You're tuned in to 104.1 Power FM. Eki, Ronnie, and Che in studio, taking you all the way until 10 a.m. But we are not alone in studio. We do have a guest, that is Jonathan Muwonge, the Curriculums and Communications Manager at the Boys Mentorship Program. And just before we went for a break, we were just speaking into, you know, mentorship. What the mentorship program does. And interestingly, right before the show, I was reading a report that the World Health Organization did put out. And it was from earlier this year, I believe 26th January. And Uganda is ranked up among the top 6 countries in Africa in rates of depressive disorders. As much as 5.1% are females, 3.6% are males. And they did mention that the 3 main causes of mental illness among males is there are basically 3. 1 is gender roles, 2 is cultural expectations of family, and the 3rd one is poverty. Now, as a boys mentorship program, as somebody who's dealing with boys at a younger stage before they sprout into fully grown males and adults who are supposed to function in a society, what exactly happens? What exactly are the effects of improper mentorship or lack of mentorship from the foundation of a boy or a male child's life?
Okay. You see, mentorship is a huge word, very huge word, I must say. When you look at mentorship, the bigger picture, it's really tough to actually tackle all round 360 degrees the mentorship. So, but we are really trying. I'll give you an example. We've got what we call the Boys Business Club. We started this club the first lockdown, I think 2020. So what we realized that, okay, boys are at home seated, no school, but you know, we can encourage them to do something. So what did we do? We started by telling them, teaching them. For example, boys who can venture into cooking, you know, they've got cookers at home, they've got, you know, resources that they can use, which are free, you know, because these are boys and they're home. So what can you do with what you have, you know, where you are right now? Yes. So we used to meet on Zoom every Sunday, and, you know, we have this cooking lesson, and, you know, get the recipe and the boys follow. So we send the requirements on Friday, and, you know, he has got to remind mom or dad to buy the requirements that he needs to do. So cut the long story short, you know, you go through the lesson, and throughout the week this boy is practicing and able to sell other products. We've got boys who sold sumbis, who sold you know, pancakes at the parents' workplaces, samosas. Yes, samosas. Then you know, ice cream, milkshakes. You know, boys good to do this stuff. And then you know, I think after the president had released a bit, we said, no, why don't we go to the bank and open accounts for boys? Boys have gotten, you know, piggy banks. So we went to the bank. We used Stanbic Bank. Thanks to Stanbic Bank, we were able to open our accounts. And we had boys who made money as much as 3 million shillings, you know, at that age. So what are you trying to inculcate in the boy? That, you know, a man must work. A man must work, and you know, that's the message, that a man must work, because otherwise you're going to have trouble with you know, ladies of this generation if you're not a working man. So someone
not even of this generation. The Bible itself says, he who does not work
does not eat.
Shall eat off his
First,
sweat.
even leave us out of this equation. You yourself work and eat.
You will suffer if you don't work.
We don't want a starving man.
Yeah.
First work and eat.
But in a sense, I think I would like to just ask, if a man is not mentored,
Yeah.
What does he become? What does he look like?
Without proper mentorship.
Yeah, without proper mentorship, of course, you must struggle in some aspects, because you see, when we are teaching boys, there are so many. We've got values, respect. There are some things that what they call, you do not compromise about. If it's mom calls you, you must say yes, mommy. It's nothing like I first pocket and look around. That's out of the way.
Yeah.
So, but you see, disrespect goes on growing, and that's why ladies are taking up the positions in these agencies that you're seeing. Why? Because we want to feel bossy and say, who's who cares? Yes, I don't give what. So what happens is, the men actually losing out because of very small things that ladies have actually taken up, or girls have actually gained.
Which should be, because if it's on merit, it should be the issue. But I think that for the men, for the guys, because we're trying to raise a certain kind of man today. And we're trying to see the things that have been missed along the way, and saying this man is probably, as the Bible says, is he a complete? Does he look complete? Are you proud of the guy that
Yeah, of course.
That you're raising.
Yes. You see, now raising a boy rather has become tougher than ever before, because there's a lot that the generation is exposed to. A lot of exposure. The child is 3 steps ahead of you. They are telling you things that when you were 12 you knew at 16.
Right.
You see, so it is tough one. But okay, what do we have to do as we so the thing, what we normally do, you've got to narrow.
So because now we're getting into what are some of those things that you are part of as part of the program. What are some of the things that you are training, or that you are teaching or to the young men, or modeling to the young men?
Yes, so we are modeling them in a way that you've got to first narrow down to this young man and get to be his friend. By the way, you cannot mentor someone if you're not their friend.
Definitely.
So
there
we've
has
got
to be a relationship.
Yeah, so when we have these camps, we've got, say, a ratio of 2 mentors to 10 boys. So when we're in a camp, I'm, let's say, in charge of 10 boys, and it is my duty to keep a close eye on those 10 boys.
Yes.
Whatever is regarding those 10 boys, I must know, and I must report every day when we have these boys for 9 days. So you monitor personal hygiene. How is he showering? How is he speaking to his colleagues? You monitor the words. You even reach a point of trying to walk next to him, say during the morning jogging, and know what is. Yes, because that's what helps you do the work. Otherwise, you're going to miss it.
So you with this individual 24, like almost 24/7.
Yes, the whole day you must monitor. Even at night, when the boy has gotten into the dormitory, you must take a walk and pass by.
Check,
yes, and check. Listen, what are they talking after the day? So are you doing an impact, or you're not? So there are so many aspects. So there is hygiene, which is a big concern.
It has left cat, it has become chi now, because it is important.
Yeah, so
yes,
you must reach the level of training a boy to do things when you're not around. You see that the traditional thing is, you first hear the hoot on the gate, and then you start running to do things. So we're trying to train boys to be responsible in the home. We've got what we call reflections. What do I do at every age? From childhood to 7 years, I'm supposed to be respecting dad and mom, do whatever I need to do. From 7 to 11 years, I'm supposed to be acting responsibly in the home. And then, by 23, I should be done with, university.
Ideally, yeah.
Yes, so you're trying to show this boy that if you don't do this in this time frame, you're losing time, you're losing it. You've already gone, over and above. So you must check yourself. So those are the kinds of messages that we we really set out there.
Okay.
So we do have Jonathan Muwonge from the Boys Mentorship Program, and he is the Curriculum and Communications Manager. What a title! What a seems like a busy individual. You're dealing with boys, indeed. But welcome to the show, Jonathan.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Good to see you. Welcome once again. And I think the first time we met with Jonathan was when they were receiving an award at Worship Harvest. What was that? That was the Transform.
Yeah, the Transform.
2019 was
2020.
2020.
Yes.
Transform 2020. Yes. And the Boys Mentorship Program. For some of us who may not know, I don't like people who assume. What is the Boys Mentorship Program about?
The Boys Mentorship Program is, we are now an NGO. Previously, we didn't have where to fall.
Certified.
Yes, certified.
Yes.
Ronnie, thank you. The government didn't know where to put us. They thought it was some form of chisaka. Not until the government brought on board the NGO Bureau.
Okay,
So
yes.
we're able to get registered and get legal in courts. So we are a registered non-government organization.
Okay.
But that aside, it's ministry too. So we are basically we come to break the misguided traits of manhood and say what is right about manhood. There's so much that has been talked about out there about manhood, but which is actually false, Eki and Ronnie. And so we come to bring it biblically. What does the Bible say about manhood?
Masculinity.
Yes, our masculinity. What is a man supposed to be? What does he stand for? So society has come out to say men are trash. We've heard all these sayings.
About trash.
Us men.
They
Yes.
are there in the trash can looking for the trash.
Exactly, but the men.
Eki,
Violence.
behave
this morning.
yourself.
Please, yes.
but you see, the men didn't come to men at once. They were once boys.
Yes.
So the challenge we're having with men is because the boys were not mentored.
Okay.
You see, so it's a vision that our president got some years ago.
Yes.
To really start the Boys Mentorship Program. So we are part of the vision and we love it. We love what we do. You've seen some of our work probably on social media. And,
We've done a bit also. Maybe one, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
So yes, it's really recharging, and you're here. You want to reform the boys. You want to recharge them, and you want to tell them not to feel bad about themselves, not to feel bad about what society says, but actually stand up for yourself and know that you can actually do better.
You've said some important things, but we also would like to explore what are some of those inaccuracies that people have said or that society holds about men. That because I know you engage with boys from what age?
7 to 17.
7 to 17. So in your engagement with the young men, what are some of those inaccuracies that they come in? Because you interact with them.
Yeah, now, first for the boys, some of them have actually gotten to hate their fathers. Like before the show, I was talking to Eki and told him that almost 60% of the boys we have are from single parent families. But why? And it so happens that even the mothers are contributing to bad mouthing fathers, even when it's unnecessary, I could say. So the boy grows up with a bad attitude even towards men, so the attitude goes on to go on inside yourself. And you cannot, you have low self-esteem, you have confidence, you look at yourself as a failure, that I'm a good for nothing person. So life in men has been put around a very small thing. That, for example, I'll give an example. When a boy comes and it's the mom who is fending for the family at home, there is little or no respect to the father. So some of these things we tell you, respect your father and mother no matter what.
Right.
So they tie money or material provision, everything to
Yes, that's one of the things.
If you can't provide, you are a weak man.
Yes, you're a weak man.
You are low, you are weak.
Yeah. Whatever word you're looking for. I'm thinking maybe it's because the father is absent in their lives. They don't have a father figure, and the mother is the actually parent or authority or whoever the guardian is. So now they look at the father as absent first of all,
Yes.
and definitely not there to defend himself, and the only reputation they are getting is from whoever is feeding them
Who is
information.
feeding them that's where we come in, because you know, we are struggling, and it's a bit of a challenge to us, because you want to strike the balance between showing this boy that, you know, your dad is not a bad person. He's not a bad person, but you know, he's absent.
Yes.
So
He messed up somehow.
yeah,
being absent.
yeah. So you know, you've got to bridge that gap and show him, yeah, he's absent, but you know, he remains dad. So
Yeah.
get in touch with him. I've been, for example, last week I was a 12-year-old. The dad is, you know, outside, got married to another woman, but they're in touch with the dad. You know, they're always in touch. So it's really encouraging, and you see the boy is not struggling somehow, all because, you know, he's in touch with the father.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna take a break, but when we come back, I would like to think about this mentorship thing. If a boy is not mentored, how will he turn out to be later on in life? We have Jonathan from the mentorship program.